All right, everybody, let's go. Listen. This is the 5-day stock option 101 mastermind. And listen, this is what I want you guys to do. This is what you're about to start doing, okay? I want everybody right now to put CYC in the chat. And what CYC stands for is close your computer. And the reason why we're putting CYC in the chat is because I want you to celebrate yourself, okay? Celebrate yourself for being here right now. Celebrate yourself for making the first step to say, okay, listen, enough is enough. It's time for a change. I'm about to make that first move to change my life. And this is the first step by you showing up here at this kickoff meeting. Okay. So CYC's in the chat. And what we're going to do is start doing this. Listen, every time one of you make money trading stock options, we're going to be here to celebrate you and tell you CYC. Okay. We're going to be here to celebrate you and tell you CYC. And the reason why we're telling you CYC is because we want to appreciate you and let you know you're doing something that's going to change your life. That's what the CYC stands for, close your computer. After you come into this market, make $200, $300, $400, $500, $1,000, boom, you close your computer and go do something you enjoy doing, spending time with your kids, taking your significant other out on a lunch date or whatever, right? That's what CYC represents. That's what it stands for, okay? So I'm glad to have everyone here tonight for the kickoff meeting. And this kickoff meeting, what we're going to do is I want to just kind of get to know you all. We're going to take a few questions, but I want to get to know you, find out where you're from. Also, JT Automation is going to come through and show you how you can make money multiple ways trading the stock options, okay? But this is just a kickoff call, a warm-up call for us to get to know each other before we jump into this 5-day mastermind, which is really going to be a life-changing experience. Listen, when I say I'm excited, it's an understatement when I say I'm excited, okay? So also, let's do this. Let's do this. In the chat, tell me where you from. In the chat, tell me where you from. Put where you from in the chat so I can know where you're coming from. Alabama, Savannah, Missouri, North Carolina, New Jersey, Dallas, Texas, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Florida, Denver, Memphis, Chicago, Indiana, Little Rock, Arkansas, Cali, South Carolina, Maryland, New Jersey, Rock Hill, Philly, St. Louis, the Bay Area, Indiana, Delaware, Cincinnati, Connecticut. Listen, we from everywhere. Let's go. Let's go. We from everywhere. Listen, if you guys don't understand what you're doing here right now, you are about to learn a skill set that's going to change your life. And the reason why I'm so excited, because I love it. I love it. Everybody, y'all love that Tevin Campbell video just now? Tevin Campbell video, Can We Talk? The reason why you watch that Tevin Campbell video, Can We Talk, is because that's the first stage of the R&B psychology of trading, right? The R&B psychology of trading is 4 stages in it. The first stage is Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk? If you listen to that video, watch the video, listen to the song, what you saw, got some Inglewood in the house. Okay, what you saw was this. You saw that he saw someone that he wanted to talk to, that he thought was just beautiful, and he wanted to find out a way to talk to and just be so romantic and be so special. That's the same way that you're here right now. You saw this, you're seeing this, or you saw this stock options or this stock market. And you like, listen, this stock market is beautiful. I have to learn. I have to find out about the stock market. And what you did was you came here, you introduced yourself to the stock market. So now you have officially introduced yourself to the stock market. Okay. You have officially introduced yourself to the stock market. And now you're coming to me and JT for us to teach you how to trade stock options. Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk? So we got people we got somebody from South Africa. This is crazy. It's a skill set that if you learn this skill set, you can change your life forever. What we're going to teach you over these next 5 days is this: how to pay your mortgage, your light bill, your gas bill, your car payment, all those good things, your vacation, your flights, your Airbnbs, your hotels. We're going to show you how to pay off student loans. We're going to show you all these things by jumping into the stock market and showing you how to understand the stock market. It's showing you how to jump into the stock market and make money. Okay? So if y'all want to put some fireballs in the chat, listen, y'all going to talk to us. I'm going to make you talk to me because I'm very, very, listen, I love the vibes. I love the feel, the vibes from everybody. So put some fires in the chat. Put some fireballs in the chat. And let's get this thing started, okay? Let's get this thing started. So what I want to do before we bring JT on is this. I want to kind of give you guys a breakdown of how this week is going to go, okay? How is this week going to go, all right? The next 5 days, how is this 5 days going to go? This is what's going to happen. Every day, okay? Every day, we're going to meet Monday through Friday, all right? Monday, we're going to meet VIP will meet 6:15 to 9 p.m. 6:15 to 9 p.m. Okay. Regular admission will meet 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay. So once again, VIPs will meet from 6:15 p.m. to 9 p.m. and regular admission will meet from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you go into the portal, everyone should have access to the portal. If you have not received emails from me, please go check your spam folder because everyone should have received the email from me, okay? And you should be able to access that portal and access the link, okay? The Zoom link for the VIP and the Zoom link for the regular admission, all right? Okay, also, we're also going to meet in the daytime. Okay, we're also going to meet in the daytime for live trading starting on Tuesday. All right, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the VIPs will meet. Well, the VIPs will meet Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to roughly around 12-ish, 12:30. We're kind of maybe even 1 o'clock. It depends on how the day looks, right? But we're going to spend time with you. And the reason why we're doing that is because I want to meet you all while the market is open. Okay, so everything that we're learning in the class, I'm going to show it to you while the market is actually open so you can see it there as well. Okay, so you can see it there as well. So every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the VIPs will meet early in the day around 11 o'clock and we will meet and look at the market. If you are in regular admission, you will meet on Wednesday, okay, at 11 o'clock, and we are going to go through the market, okay? So that's how we're going to do this week. I'm spending a lot of time with you, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm asking you guys for one thing only. I'm asking you for one thing. Give me 5 days. Give me 5 days. Out of those 5 days, give me 3 to 5 hours. 6 to 9 at night, 11 to 12 in the daytime. Give me those 5 days. If you give me those 5 days, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to drill something in your head that's going to change the way that you look at life. Every dream that you currently have that went dormant is going to come back to life. Let me say that again. Every dream that went dormant is going to come back to life. Okay? Give me 5 days. That's all I'm asking. Most people in their life, they're so busy taking care of everyone else. You're so busy taking care of everyone else, you have no time for yourself. Okay, this is an opportunity at the beginning of 2023 to take time for yourself. Put yourself first, because if you put yourself first and you learn something that can change your life, what's going to happen is everyone around you is going to be that much better. Everyone around you is going to be that much better. Everything is recorded as well, so you will have unlimited access to the recordings as well. They'll be up the next day around before 10 a.m. So Monday's recording will be up Tuesday by 10 a.m. So you can go back and watch it. But I want you to be here live. That's why I do this live. I could easily record this, put it out there, and let you go through it by yourself. But I want to go through it with you basically group to group, right? I want to go this thing with you for 5 days straight with me and you. You can ask questions however you want to do it. All right. However you want to do it. So everybody in the chat, first thing first, you've already committed to taking the class, right? Now I want you to commit to learning. So put commit in the chat. Everybody put commit in the chat for me. Throw commit in the chat for me. What you're telling yourself is you're not committing to me, you're committing to yourself. Okay, you're not committing to me, you're committing to yourself. And you say, Chris, what do you mean I'm committing to myself? Right now, you're committing to yourself that you are going to put yourself first. You're going to put yourself first. And you're going to do something for yourself. You're going to learn something for yourself. And once you learn it for yourself, then it's going to change the way that everyone else in your family thinks. Trust me. Because when I first started trading stock options, I had nobody to talk to because I was the only person in my whole family who knew what a stock option was. Okay? I'm looking around like I'm trading this stock option. They're like, yeah, what are you talking about? I'm going on Facebook after I made my first $130. I'm on Facebook. I'm like, listen, y'all, I just made $130 in the stock market. Everybody like, what? 0 likes. Okay, no likes, no comments, no nothing. They're like, Chris, what are you talking about? And that's the same thing you're going to get. But when you start saying I made 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 1,000, now people are going to start saying, hold up, wait, right? That's what they're going to start saying. Like, what are you doing? Tell me what you're doing to be able to do XYZ. This is how it's going to happen. But if you do not commit to yourself, nothing's going to change. I don't want you to walk into this. I don't want you to come into this 5-day mastermind. And I don't want you to come into this 5-day mastermind and leave this 5-day mastermind the exact same way. I do not. Because the first time I got a taste of stock options, it changed my life for everything. It changed my life to a point where I was like, I was sleeping this thing. I was daydreaming about it. If I'm at the dinner table with my wife, I got my headphone in my ear, she don't even know it, listening to something about the stock market. Because it consumed me, because I understand I went into this market and I turned $1,200 into $4,000 in 3 weeks. And then at 3 to 5 days later, I only had 500 in my account because I had no idea what I was doing. Okay. So that's why it's important to learn this stuff. Okay. So you already committed. You already said you want to commit. You committed to this, taking the course, and you committing to yourself. I love it. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. So once again, how we're going to proceed this class for the next 5 days, what's going to happen is on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, VIP 6 to 9, we locked 6:15 to 9, we locked in. Regular admission 7 to 9, we locked in. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, VIPs, we locked in at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay, for live trading during the live market, okay, live trading during the live market, and then some days you're going to be doing paper trading, okay, so we're going to go, I'm going to give you, listen, y'all, when I say I'm going to give you everything you need, we're going to set up your brokerage, we're going to set up your screen, your account, we're going to do paper trading, all that stuff. I want you to get ready for this market. All right. Regular admission on Wednesday from 11 a.m. Starting at 11 a.m. We're going to be doing live trading. Okay. So y'all excited? Y'all ready? Matter of fact, I'm gonna take everybody off mute for a second. And let me hear if y'all let me understand. Let me hear if y'all actually excited or not. Let me see how I can take this thing off mute. I want you guys to take yourself off mute, and I want you to tell me if you excited or not. Okay, tell me if you're excited or not.
Can't wait.
Yes,
Can't
excited.
wait.
Excited.
Let's
Go.
go.
I'm ready. I'm ready to
Money,
make
dog.
money.
I love it.
Can't wait.
Let's do it.
Let's
Oh, I
do,
see.
baby. I
Go.
love it.
Thank you,
Let's
JT.
go.
Let's go.
Thank
I
you,
love this.
JT.
Let's
Go.
go.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
amazing.
Let's get
Let's
it done.
Let's
right
get it.
on.
Let's go.
Right
Let's
on.
go.
Love it. I love it. I'm about to start
Go,
singing.
baby.
I'm about to start breaking out and singing Tevin Campbell and New Edition and Babyface, the whole nine. Okay, so listen, I'm loving it. What I'm gonna do is everybody put your hand up, raise your hand. We're gonna take 5 questions, okay? We're gonna take 5 questions right quick. So go ahead and raise your hand. I'm gonna go through in the first 5 I see. We're gonna take your question, and from there we're going to and raise your hand on the screen. You go down to reactions, you hit that reactions button, and it's a thing that there's a thing there that says raise your hand. So if you have a question, hit that, and we're gonna go through these 5, and then we will pass over to JT so he can show you guys how to make this money. Okay. The first person I see is I don't want to tear up your name. I don't want to tear up your name. So Ditto. There we go, my man. He changed it real quick. Let's go, Ditto.
Yeah, I knew it would have been harder for you to pronounce that name. Yeah, I changed it. Yeah, cool. So I was wondering, how much do we need as capital, to start trading?
Okay, so when you're first starting, you're gonna start out doing paper trades. You don't need any capital for that. Okay, they're gonna give you $200,000 of fake money, and you can trade the real market. $200,000, you trade the real market, fake money. Okay. Mm-hmm. But when you actually start trading, I tell people to start off with $500 to $1,000, right? $500 to $1,000 at least. But if you want to start off with more, you can. But if you're starting off with more, I would prefer you talk to me so I can kind of just, like, say, for example, you say you got 5,000 you want to trade with. I'm going to tell you to put 4,000 up and start with 1,000. Because what I want you to do is, what you're going to have to realize when you're moving from paper trading to real money, that the only difference is your emotions. You don't have any emotions tied to paper money or fake money. But when you start trading your real money, you got emotions tied to it. So as we go through this course, you're going to start understanding risk management and proper execution of getting into trades and getting out of trades. So what it's going to do is it's going to help you understand how much your risk tolerance is. Because you may put $1,000 into a trade, but you're only risking $100 of it, right? And we're going to get into all of that stuff, okay?
Right, cool.
Perfect. Appreciate you. No problem. I think I'm Big Meech. Who? Larry Hoover. What's up, Big Meech 30? Talk to me.
What's good? What's going on, Chris?
Not much. What's going on, my man? What's going on?
My question is like, okay, like let's say for instance we swing trading, and like for any instance, like like something happened or whatever, we forget to close out our trade. Like, how do that work?
So if you're swing trading and you forget to close out your trade, so when you say you forget to close out your trade, is this the last day that you have in it, or you
Right.
have
Let's
like?
say this the last day, some came up, like like things happen and stuff, and we just we can't get in there and close it out, or
Yep.
for any reason, how do that work?
Yeah, trust and believe this. You never gonna leave it open because you're gonna it's
Right.
about your spread. But point in case, say if it does, if you're out of the money, if your stock is out of the money, right, that means nothing is basically gonna happen, right? So it's at the end of the day, that Friday hit, you're out of the money, nothing's gonna happen. Okay, but say for example, you're in the money and you're in the money, you're supposed to be able to buy these particular trades, whatever. This might happen for out the money and in the money. But what's gonna happen is the system's gonna try to automatically buy it, right? But the price is going to be something crazy like $50,000, $60,000, right? And you're not going to have that money in your account. So what it's going to do is it's going to act like your account is in a negative balance, but then as soon as Monday comes around, it's just going to pan out, and nothing's going to happen. So if you were up money, I think you do keep the profit, but if you were down money, you just lose what you had invested. That's all.
Okay.
So nothing too major happens at all.
All right.
Yep. Good question. Good question. All right, Rico Grant, what's going on? Talk to me.
Hey, how you doing, Chris?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Hey, I just had a question. I set up a brokerage today, and I didn't know if we needed one set up ahead of time. Is that fine that I went ahead and set one up?
Yeah, that's cool. What we're gonna do is tomorrow you're gonna get a video anyway of me showing you guys how to set up your brokerage account with TD Ameritrade. So I'm gonna give you everything you possibly think you can think about. So if you got to set up another, you can set up another one. But if you already set one up with Thinkorswim, TD Ameritrade, you only have to click on do two things, and then you'll get access to it.
Okay.
Access to everything you need. But you'll get a whole tutorial of that tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks.
No problem. Also, if I'm streaming this on YouTube right now, just for the kickoff. If you're on YouTube on the kickoff and you are not a part of the mastermind, you have not signed up for the mastermind starts tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow, the mastermind starts. So if you want to lock in, you can go to my Instagram on my bio, and I'll put the link in the description as well. Miss Lauren, talk to me.
Yes. Hi. Good evening, Chris. Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm well, thank you. I did VIP, but I don't think I have access. Are you going to be in Facebook, or because when I'm getting the notifications, it's actually coming to my phone and not email? For like the Zoom links and stuff. So how are you streaming?
VIP will be in Zoom. VIP is being Zoom. Facebook, regular being Zoom as well, but they're just being Zoom at a different time.
Okay, so I'll just email you then.
Yep. So if you're not receiving my emails, go check your spam folder. Okay, this is for everybody. If you're not receiving my emails, check your spam folder. Okay, check your spam folder, because that's where I'm somewhere hiding in your spam folder. Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Miss McMullen, what's going on? Been a long time. How you living? How you doing?
Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm so excited for this. I am so excited for this. I always seem to have an issue with time because I'm in Houston and I know you're on the East Coast, but when you tell me time, because I travel so much, I'm always wondering, I was like, when you say 6:00, are you referring to 6:00 East Coast time?
Yes, East Coast time. Yep, Eastern. Anytime I say a time, I'm talking about East Coast, Eastern time.
Okay, so then that's 5:00 my time.
Yep, 6:00. Yep, and you're in Houston. Yep, 5:00 your time. Exactly.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I'm not running behind on this. Okay, I took a whole week off. I'm like, no, I'm on this.
Let's make this happen. Yeah, you took a week off. We're gonna
absolutely. Make it happen. You already know my journey with this. You know my story. It's like, I guess I'm gonna have to check on the Ameritrade account, because I know, before when I took that first class of yours, we had it set up and stuff, but I really haven't done anything with that. So I don't.
It may still be active. You can try to log in. If it's not active, it's no problem either. I think you just got to use a different email. You can sign up. You can set up another.
Okay. All righty. Well, I will definitely check on that first thing in the morning, but I'm so excited for this. I am really excited for this.
We're going to make it happen. Let's go.
You definitely. Absolutely.
Definitely. Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, I'm glad to have you in this mastermind, and we're going to keep it pushing forward. All right.
Thank you.
No problem. All right. We'll take a few more. Joey, what's going on? Joey, you there? Okay, we're gonna skip Joey for now. I think we got Skype _
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Joey. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing, bro? How you doing?
I'm good. What's going on? Talk to me.
Hey, quick question. So I struggle with charting and drawing lines.
Mm-hmm.
Do you offer one-on-one?
So I honestly do not do one-on-ones unless it's for individuals that's in my in the Promised Land coaching program, the year-long program. Those are the only individuals I do one-on-ones with. The reason why I tell you that is this: if I do a one-on-one with you, and if I charge you for a one-on-one, it's a waste of your time. The reason why I say it's a waste of your time is because in that one-on-one, 30 minutes to an hour, I can show something to you. But one thing you're going to learn about trading and stock option trading is repetition. The reason why I offer one-on-ones, we do one-on-ones in the year-long coaching program, the Promised Land, is because they can do a one-on-one every week if they wanted to. You see what I'm saying? So, and we meet 6 days a week, so they're always there with me. You see what I'm saying? So we can repeat it, but I do not do one-on-ones. Just not enough time in there. I got baby kids. Right. So with baby kids, it just don't have time to do it for everybody, but I do it for the individuals in the coaching program.
And that option is on your site?
The coaching program, where it's actually closed right now. We're going to actually open up on Wednesday. We're going to reopen it back up on Wednesday. So anybody who want to join that program will be able to apply for it. And then we will, I think we're taking like 40 people this go around. We brought in 40 people, roughly around 40 people in November. Then we shut it down, and now we're going to reopen it in March. We're going to take in about 40 more people, but you have to apply for it, and we have to go through it. It's my inner circle. We have to go through it and see if we're going to work together as a team. See if we can work, because we're not going to accept everybody. And the reason why is because in my inner circle, I'm responsible for everybody, and I don't want anybody in the inner circle that's going to bring down morale or anything of that nature. We want people who's willing to put the work in and ready to make this thing happen. But that's a great question.
Okay, thank you.
Great question, Joey. All right, couple more Skype _ PC. But yes, on Wednesday we will have people. You will be able to apply for it. But Skype _ PC. Talk to me. And I think Skype _ PC. I'm looking at you right now. You probably see me, but I think you got the black and white curtains behind you. What's going on?
How you doing? Hey,
I figured you didn't know your name was Skype PC on the thing.
No, my name's Warren Tyson, man.
What's going on, Mr. Tyson? How you doing?
Hey, man. I'm so glad to meet you, and really, man, I'm so privileged to meet you, man. It's just an honor to be here, because I don't know anybody who has the heart like you, man, because the knowledge that you're teaching, you could be charging thousands for, you know what I mean? And you're giving it away, you know what I mean? And I worked in corporate America. My background is I'm a computer engineer.
Oh, nice.
Yes. I went to school for computer engineering at the University of Illinois. And I know this show is not about me, but I just want to give some background on who I am.
You good?
Because I love that you have your camera on. I just feel like, man, I got to put my camera on to see you, man. I'm just, I lost my job, man. I was working for Lockheed Martin building satellites, man. And I was making good money, you know what I mean? And then, like you just talk about, personalities just didn't mix, you know what I mean? And I've been doing this for about 20 years. I'm an expert in what I do. If you're in technology, you probably know about CCIE and Cisco networking and Cisco technology and stuff like that. And so I'm at an expert level, man. I lost that job, and I was like, man, I've been doing this for 20 years. I don't want to do this no more. You know what I mean? And if I do this, you know what I'm saying, I want to do it as my secondary job, not as my primary job.
Right.
And so when I saw you, man, it was just like a gift from God when I saw you on Facebook, because I don't even do Facebook, but for some reason I was looking at Facebook and I saw this guy from the country like me. I'm a Mississippi boy, and you talk like me. You could be my family. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people out there selling this, right? And you know, and selling similar things to you, but I couldn't make that. I couldn't click that button. You know what I'm saying? But it's when I saw the videos of you going to your home and where you grew up at, and you went to your mama's house and showed all that. I said, man, this guy, I know this guy. I said, this guy is like me. You know what I mean? But anyway, I don't want to take up time because it's not about me. But I just want to say I lost my job. I hope that I can take some of my investments out of my 401k and be able to turn that around. So even if I could just make like a 0.10% a day, you know what I'm saying, on the money that I have saved up, if I could learn how to do that, that would get me by. You know what I mean? And so that's really where I'm at. And like I say, and I'm done after this, but it's just a privilege to meet you. It's a privilege to know somebody who has a heart like you, to be able to teach this type of stuff, and just to say, hey, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna give it back to the community. You know what I'm saying? Because to tell you the truth, I don't know if I would give it to my family, but you spend the time, I'm just telling the truth. You know, I would give it to my family and I'm gonna go back and give it to them, but you take time out of your day from your kids, from your personal life, and you just giving it away. It's a blessing to know you. You're an angel, my brother. Thank you.
Oh, all praise to the Most High, man. And you already know, definitely with your background and your career, your background, getting a job is nothing for you. If you need some contacts with contractors, listen, let me know. I got contractors from Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all the Fortune 500 companies. I got contractors with. I got contracts where you can do 6-month contracts, 12-month contracts. Just let me know and I'll shoot you that information, man. You can go knock it out. Just hit me up, let me know. But all praise to the Most High, man. I'm glad to be here, man. Definitely. I'm glad you're here as well, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna take one more. Miss McCarthy, Miss Sandra McCarthy. What's going on? Talk to me.
Hi. Somebody already answered my question, but I have another question. For Trading View, should we set that up, or can we do that through the other platforms, the Thinkorswim or Ameritrade?
So you can do everything in Thinkorswim, except for one thing that I'm going to show you. But personally, I will advise everyone to get Trading View, and it's not expensive at all. And we'll get into that later because Trading View is a great platform to do your technical analysis in. But we'll jump into that later. But yeah, so we will get into Trading View, but I do advise you get Trading View. But you can do most of everything in Thinkorswim.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
No problem. I'm sorry. I'm asking one more question. I just see these hands. I just can't reject these hands, man. And Mr. Brown, you happen to be the next one. We're gonna do this. Is what we're gonna do. Mr. Brown, Ronald, then Kurt, and then we're gonna pass over to JT. So, Mr. Brown, go ahead.
Hey, man, what's going on, man?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. It's an honor to meet you, man. Just like I forgot his name, but just like bro said.
Likewise,
so my question is, you my mentor now, man. So say 2 months down the line after this course, I wanted to, tell you my progress or just ask you a question. How will we be able to do that?
So most people hit me up on if they're not part in one of my other programs, they normally hit me up on Instagram or something like that. Now, this is the thing about it. I get like a lot of messages on Instagram, and I get a lot of messages on like on my Wix. So I do respond back. It may take some time, and sometimes I say, hey, just give me a call, and we just have a quick conversation. Everybody on here probably already know, if you called me before, who answered the phone when you called me. So when you call that 980-890-9715 number, who answered the phone?
You.
Exactly. I answer the phone. You don't get a team member or somebody or a customer service rep. You get me. And the reason why I do this is because I give a lot of my time. I give a lot of time to people that want to learn. Right. So and that's what I'm here for. The Most High's put me here to teach this skill set. That's one of the reasons he put me here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna teach this skill set. And I got people on my team that know, some people know more than I know on my team, and some people don't, right? But we're gonna teach, and I'll have my team teach you everything that we do and everything we utilize, right? That's how we're gonna do it. So if you do not join any of my other programs, you can reach out to me, but I just tell you, just be patient with the response back to you, okay?
That's real, man. I appreciate you, man.
No problem. All right. I think we got Ronald, then Kurt. Ronald Richardson, I believe. or Ronald Richards?
Yeah, Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, first off, man, I just want to say, man, thank you, bro. Thank you. You've been a blessing, man. I actually came across you looking at your man JT.
Mhm.
I saw a video on YouTube, and it was just something about you, man, you know, and I was just like, let me follow this cat. And ever since then, man, I've been sitting up like at night, man, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning watching your old videos on YouTube. And I've been learning so much, bro, just by watching your old videos. I've been taking notes and everything. And I'm like, man, when you said the mastermind, I had to do it. So yeah, I had to do it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just want to say thank you, man, for, like the brother said earlier, for you giving your time, your knowledge, because a lot of people don't do this, you know, what you're doing, man. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to say thank you, man. That's all, really.
No doubt, definitely, man. I'll praise the Most High. Where you from, man? Well, let me guess. Hold on, let me guess. I'm thinking you got to be from Brooklyn, the BK Bronx.
Close. The next day over.
What is that?
Jersey.
Jersey. Ah, you're Jersey. You from Jersey?
Yeah.
Okay. I love just saying the Boogie Down Bronx. I don't know why. I think I like one of my favorite new movies, Paid in Full. And they be talking about the uptown, downtown.
Right.
So
yeah. I got a lot of people from New York though.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Now listen, I'm glad to have you here, man. And appreciate it. Listen, these next 5 days, we about to lock in. I don't get tired of seeing my gray hair. This is my real hair, by the way, to y'all. This is not any dye. If you guys watch any of my interviews, this is my real hair. This is not any dye. Okay. Well, so it's nice to meet you, Mr. Richard.
Appreciate
All right.
you too, bro.
Last one, Mr. Kurt Gibbs. What's going on? Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Hey, pretty excited, man, with what you got going on here. Finally going to get a chance to get some real detailed information to lock in on this stuff. And this year, 2023, new me. So I appreciate what you and JT doing. But my question has already been answered. So I just want to tell you, I appreciate y'all, man.
Okay, definitely. No, I appreciate you for being here. And man, we're looking forward to it. And I promise y'all, this is the last one. But I cannot just deny George last hand just sitting right there. George, let's go, baby. What's going on?
Thanks, Chris, for taking my call on Friday. I just had a real quick question. You were very clear about explaining kind of the course. I wanted to know, how long does it take typically to do 100 of the simulated trades? So a time length before we can start playing with our own money.
Yep. So George, what George is asking right now is, I talked to George on was it Friday or Thursday or Friday? Me and George had a good conversation, and he asked a question about paper money. So what I tell people is this: when you first start trading, I tell you take 100 paper trades. Okay. Why do I tell you take 100 paper trades? This is why I tell you that. 100 paper trades is going to get you used to maneuvering through the system. Okay, maneuvering through the system. It's going to get you used to looking at the strategies that we're going to teach you, right? And identifying all those strategies. Those 100 trades will come over the course of however much time you allow it to happen, right? You can make paper trading. You can make unlimited trades. You can do 5 or 6 trades in one day doing paper trade. Now, real money, I don't advise you to do 5 or 6 trades, and we get into that. But paper trading is totally up to you and what you do to it. Everybody listen. Stock option trading is about what you do to it, how much time you invest, because what you're going to realize is you have to train your eye to be able to see certain things. And once your eye start being trained to see these things, it's like, okay, I've seen this happen over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's about to happen again. And boom, it happens again. Once you start to recognize that, this is going to come to turn into your own personal ATM machine. But you got to get there. And the way that you get there is by repetitions, by reps. That's why I always tell you, I always say, listen, if you can't dedicate the time to it, don't waste your money. But then what I'm also going to show you is, I'm going to show you how, if you someone that say, Chris, I'm going to put the reps in, but I need to be able to trade. I can't trade every single day. I'm going to show you how to take a couple $1,000, $500, put it out for a year or put it out for 6 months and let it do what it do. Boom, make your return on your investment, get it out, take care of that bill, take care of that car payment, XYZ, and you're good to go. There's so many ways you can make money trading stock options. But George, to answer your question, it all depends on how far you're going to put it in, how much time you're going to put into it. Okay.
Gotcha. Thanks. I
No
appreciate that.
problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. Now, everybody, once again, this is the kickoff call. I'm so excited. And if you are on my YouTube right now, that means if you're on YouTube right now, that means you have not signed up for the mastermind. If you want to sign up for the mastermind, I'm going to put the link in the chat. You can sign up for that mastermind. I think everything closes tomorrow. Registration closes tomorrow at like 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we've got to rock out for the next 5 days. But everybody that's here right now, what I want you to do is this, man. Everybody here knows this man's name, and I want you guys to put his name in the chat. Everybody put a JT in the chat. Put a JT in the chat. Everybody put a JT in the chat. Put a JT in the chat. There we go. Big JT, JT Automations, JT Hustles. That's what you know him as. Listen, JT Automation, this is a brother of mine, man. We linked up a few years ago, man, and everything's been life-changing since then, man. He's a good dude. 5 years ago, this brother was living inside his 5 years. I think he was living inside of his truck, homeless. Okay. And now you guys get to see him every single day on YouTube, Instagram, or wherever you might see him. I'm telling you, he made so many people so much money. It's ridiculous. Okay. This is a brother of mine. I appreciate everything that he does for our community and every community around the world. So JT, you ready, bro?
Oh yeah, I'm ready, man.
You ready,
and I know
bro?
it's Sunday and you got on that blazer, man. You bad as the preacher. Like,
we had my mama had appreciation day today, so I came fresh out of there and jumped right in here. Tomorrow you're gonna see me with my Options 101 shirt on, but today I had to give it a little flavor, a little sauce.
The preacher be saying, "Hey, I'm gonna close right after this."
Listen, that's exactly what happened.
That's how you is with the questions. But hey, I appreciate it though. I appreciate it. Oh, can you give me the ability to share my screen, Chris?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Please, sir.
Here you go.
Hey, first and foremost, I wanna express my sincere gratitude for Chris for allowing me to be a part of this, and my gratitude to each and every one of you all that are here. All right. So believe it or not, man, it's all love, even if we never meet, because what I do know is that we're brothers and brothers and sisters in arms if you choose to do something entrepreneurial. Because what I do know is that you cannot be a successful entrepreneur long term without giving value to other people. All right. So this is the money formula. The money formula, and it doesn't matter if you're trying to make $1, $100, or $1 million, is value times leverage equals money. Value times leverage equals money, right? So forget what anybody else told you. I'm going to break down how you can make money by knowing about trading stock options, but outside of just trading stock options. But I do want to take a step back. Let me see if I can share my screen a little bit, if Chris is giving me that ability. So first and foremost, what I want everybody here to do, hopefully you all can see my screen, is really let me know why you guys want to trade stock options. All right. And if it's money, tell me how much money you want to make trading stock options. Let's be super specific. Let's be intentional with it. Right. So if you want to make money trading stock options, how much money? If you want time freedom, say you want time freedom. All right. The reason why I want you to be super specific as to why you're here is because I'm anti-motivational speakers, believe it or not. Right. And I'll clarify that. What I mean by that is that I'm a practitioner that likes to surround himself around other practitioners. So I don't want you to come here and be super hyped and then after this training say, I have no idea how in the world I'm gonna go make money, but I'm super excited because I spent a week with Chris, with JT, with Dion, with Myron, with everybody else, right? So what you guys see on the screen right now is my biggest why. So I have a 5-year-old daughter. This is probably the only time ever she's had her mouth closed because she's usually running around and screaming. All right. And I want you to remember that why this entire week. All right. So if it's ever anything that make you feel like I ain't gonna jump on tonight, or hey, I got a question, but I don't want nobody to think that I'm dumb or anything like that, right? Always go back to your why, right? Always go back to your why first and foremost. All right. And Chris can work Zoom a gazillion times better than me. So y'all gotta bear with me. But we gonna get it right though. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so I'm reading right now. Somebody said they want to quit their job. Somebody said freedom and grands. Somebody says, I want my kids to never struggle or never know a struggle, right? All of that is 100% possible. This is what I want to tell you all. I'm going to be fully transparent with you. Chris broke down trading stock options to me years ago. I immediately set up my Thinkorswim account. I put 17 grand in it. I've made very little money trading stock options. And it's not because Chris isn't one of the best teachers of it. It's because when I met Chris, I had like 23 different things going on. Now I've consolidated, but I'm still pretty busy. What I can do is mostly swing trades, and Chris will explain that to you later on this weekend, how you can do it, right? But I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of understanding the value of trading stock options. And that's what I want you all to understand. This skill set that you're going to learn tonight, you can put into your money formula, right? Just so I can make sure y'all paying attention, because I got a South Carolina education and I cheated my way through school. Y'all let me know what's the money formula, right? If you guys was paying attention, tell me what's the money formula, right? Anybody put it in the chat. So if you want to make $1, $1,000, or $1 million, what's the formula to make money? Any amount of money you want to make. All right. All right, somebody was close. They said value plus leverage. It's value times leverage, right? The reason why it's important that we know value times leverage is because the reason why we multiply it is because multiplication allows us to get the result faster, right? So I can do 1 + 1 + 1 and equals 3, but I can do 3 times 1 and I can get that answer way faster, right? So what we want to do is we want to make our money legitly, but we also want to make our money as fast as possible. For those of you that work a 9-to-5 job, you know your value is, at least in that aspect, whatever your job description is, right? Whatever your job description is, that's your value. The leverage is 1, because that's all the leverage that your company is going to give you. What I mean by that is that if I get hired for a job today and they pay me $50,000 a year, I can't say, well, I got a brother. I'm gonna bring my brother with me to work tomorrow too. Give me 50, give him 50. We can make $100,000 a year, right? They're gonna fire me and say, you and your brother never come back here ever again if you're that crazy, right? So on a job, this still applies. However, most people, because all they know is go to work, get a job, they never learn the money formula, right? So what I'm going to teach you all tonight is, 1, the money formula. I'm going to ask you that a whole bunch of times because I'm intentionally repetitive, because I want you to remember this stuff, right? We already established what your why is, whether it's money, whether it's time, whether it's something for your kids, whatever it is, you 100% can get that goal. But I'm not going to let you get out of here, at least not on JT night, just being motivated. We're going to have a goal and we're going to have an action plan to get our goal, right? So on the money side is whatever you guys put in the chat. That 10,000 a month, that 1,000 a day, that 100,000 a year, that whatever it is, that's time with my kids, whatever that is, right? That's what's on our money side of the formula, right? The value that you're going to learn in this week is your ability to trade stock options. Believe it or not, and you guys don't got to take my word for it, millionaires and billionaires were created by knowing how to trade stock options, right? Look up how Mark Cuban made his money. Now, he's a smart dude, made money a lot of different ways, owns a basketball team that, I like Luka, but this guy made a ton of money off of this skill. Millionaires are made. People pay their bills every month, right? I'm not promising you that you'll be a billionaire or a millionaire after this week, but what I am promising you is that you're going to have the knowledge that if you so choose to move forward with it, you can change your financial situation for forever, all right? So other than, well, we talked about the value, right? The value is, and I'm going to ask you this is going to be on the test, right? The value is your ability to trade stock options and your understanding of stock options. Write everything down, right? So I made millions of dollars. I still go to Dollar Tree, get $1 notebooks. I write stuff down all the time, right? Highly successful people write stuff down. If you don't want to do it that way, put it in your phone, right? But write it down, make it plain, make it in a way that you can understand it. And what I want to do tonight is just share with you all, now that we have our goal established, before we even learn how to trade stock options, we know what we need. We need value and we need leverage. So the leverage that Chris is going to teach you, or one of the leverages that Chris is going to teach you, is how to leverage Thinkorswim through TD Ameritrade. So that way you can leverage Thinkorswim through TD Ameritrade to add your value of knowing what the market is telling you. So that way you can make money, right? I'm going to show you guys how I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars by understanding the value of trading stock options, all right, without doing that. Let me see. Nothing wrong with that, but I do understand some of you all here, you might work, you might be busy, you might just can't do all of that stuff. Let me see if I can still share my screen. Boom. What's up, Sawan? I see Sawan is here. All right. I'm gonna briefly, I don't want to assume everybody here knows who I am. So I'm gonna show you some other things and then we're gonna get into it. So my mom, all right, everybody here has a mother. My mom had 6 kids. My oldest brother died. Then she adopted my sister. I'm from the South, so ain't no such thing as a step brother or an adopted brother or sister. That's just your sister. So my mom raised 6 kids. My grandmother got dementia around when I was in like 6th, 7th grade. So she took her in too. She later died of Alzheimer's. My mama never made more than $11 an hour. All right, single mom. My dad died when I was 11. They split up before I could walk, right? My mom never made more than $11 an hour, and she raised 6 kids and took care of her mother to the day that she died off of $11, right? I'm no mathematician, but what I could tell you is this, is that if you have to pay all of your bills at your house, mortgage, utilities, everything else, you got to feed 6 baby kids, me, my brothers, and my sisters, right? And you got to take care of your mama, who is slowly forgetting who she is while taking care of yourself. The math on that equals that you're broke each and every month, right? Each and every month, right? There was nothing left over. And just like typical kids, I want Nikes, I want Jordans, I want to drive the car to school, I want all of that stuff, right? Typical kid stuff. All right. So when I was blessed to learn about the money formula and how can I leverage my ability to trade stock options or the knowledge of how the stock options work, I was able to buy my mom a car cash, right? Now, listen, this is a Honda. This ain't a Bentley. This ain't a Porsche. I told her get any car that she wanted. All right. She said, I want something reliable. She found this car. I paid for it. All right. So I take pride. Another one of my whys is that by learning this information, not only can I make enough money to do what I got to do, I could take care of my daughter, right? I could take care of my mom, and I'm no better than you. I didn't come for money, no life insurance policy. Nobody taught financial literacy where I was from, and I went on to do, pretty well for myself. So some of you all might know me from Instagram, JT Hustles, a little over 100,000 followers there, an award winner, author, and we're putting together our wealth conference there as well, right? I think most people, however, probably know me from YouTube. All right, on YouTube, we teach financial literacy on a daily basis, a little over 200,000 people there, on track to help 300,000 people, right? We've helped thousands of people make 6 figures. We helped a few dozen people now become millionaires. Now, I'm not sharing all of this with you so that you guys will think that, I'm super important and you guys should follow me. But what I want you to understand from this moment forward is that time is your most valuable resource. And I want you to only spend your time with qualified people, right? I want you to only spend your time with qualified people, right? I don't care if that's a man, that's a woman, that's a company. If somebody is not going to add value to you, it doesn't always have to be financial, right? You might not always need it financially, but if they can't add value to you spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, whatever it is that you need in life, right? If you're not progressing, you're deteriorating. So I want to challenge all of you all tonight, right? Hey, if it's some homeboys that all they want to do is smoke and drink and watch the game, I ain't saying you got to cut them off, but you gotta talk to them a little bit less, right? Because you can't play both sides, right? We can't be poor and wealthy at the same time. All right, so now let me get into it. Hopefully by now you guys understand that I know a little bit about money, and everything I know I'm gonna teach you all tonight. We're gonna go over quickly 50 plus ways to make money with stock options, more than trading stock options. All right, as I told you before, reason why I say quickly is because I know it's Sunday night. Some of you all, you got to go to work in the morning. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not anti-job. I'm pro-happiness. So I want to be mindful of your time. If you have questions, put it in the chat for the sake of time. put it in the chat just so everybody that's here can get this information. And then at the end, if we have time, and I'll check in with Chris to make sure we got time at the end, I'll answer as many of your questions as possible. All right. So let's get straight into it. Let me see which one of these ways will play better. All right. So the question of the day, have you ever heard most millionaires have 7 income streams? Put it in the chat, right? Participation matters. Participation matters. So I want you all to be active in this. I don't want you to go through this training like JT, Chris, and everybody else that's talking is way up here and I'm down here. So I got to shut up and not say nothing and don't want to look anyway, right? So none of us here, regardless of how much money they have, how many followers they have, are better than you, right? We just may know something that you don't know. We might have had experiences that you've yet to have, right? That doesn't make it better. That just makes it different, right? But we're going to close the gap between our differences here tonight, right? So have you ever heard most millionaires have 7 income streams? You guys let me know in the chat. Here's the 7 income streams of most millionaires. So it's not like, oh, you got to own a restaurant and a clothing store and a barbershop and an e-commerce store and real estate and have all of these different things. Now you can, however, what I want you all to understand is that you can master one skill, which is trading stock options, and you can create several different income streams, all sprouting from this one stream, right? And this is according to the IRS, the 7 income streams most millionaires have, right? Dividend income, earned income, rental income, royalty income, capital gains, profits from businesses owned, and interest on your money. All right. If anybody wants to screenshot any of these slides, you can screenshot it. But Chris is going to also have this full recording, and I don't know if he's going to wait to the end of the week to have it out, but Chris will let us know or let you all know where you could have access to this recording, right? So let's go a little deeper. So dividend income. All right, boom. And I'm gonna have to move this a little bit because where the chat is on my screen, just to make it a little better for me, right? Dividend is a reward given to shareholders who have invested in the company's equity, usually originating from the company's net profits. Companies get most profits as retained earnings, representing money to be used for ongoing and future business activities, right? That's the definition straight off of Investopedia. Told you guys I'm not that smart. At the end of this conference, if you don't know nothing else, you're gonna know that, hey, if JT is not that smart and he could become a multimillionaire, I definitely am gonna be okay with making more money, right? That's my mission for tonight. All right, now there are certain stocks known as dividend aristocrats. These are the tried and true, been paying dividends since dividends been dividending. And these are some of them, right? Not all of them, but these are some of them. At the bottom of the screen, you all can see their stock symbol. I want to tell you, do your own due diligence. Do your due diligence on everything. You ain't got to take my word for it, right? You can research each and every one of these. All right. So let's keep it going. Earned income, money derived from work. So this is you actually learning the skill, trading stock options, turning a profit that way. Or for those of you that have a business or work a 9-to-5 job, right? The money that you're receiving now will be classified as your earned income, right? Rents and rentals. How in the world does rents and rentals relate to trading stock options and relate to anything that you have on this slide right now, JT? Make it make sense. Well, I'm so glad that you asked. So on the left-hand side, we see the major rental apps you could download on your phone. Turo, Airbnb, Outdoorsy, and Get My Boat. And then we see a representation of what each one of those apps will allow you to rent out. Now, Chris, if you guys haven't been following them for an extensive amount of time, he has this saying that he always likes to say, and he wants to normalize making $1,000 a day. And I second that motion, right? So how many people here in the chat again, because we're going to be talking, right? How many people would be able to pay their bills comfortably each and every month if they were able to make $1,000 a day every day that the stock market is open, right? I would say the vast majority of you all better be saying yeah, right? So if not, hey, we got to downgrade your lifestyle, at least temporarily. All right. So Chris has a saying, and you guys might have heard him say it before. All right, he wants to normalize making $1,000 a day every day that the stock market is open. So if you can leverage the stock market to pay all of your bills, what do you need your paycheck for? Right? Well, you can save your paycheck, but financially literate people save to invest. They don't just save to save because they understand that because of inflation, the value of your $100,000, right, will be worth less. When I was a little kid, $100,000 could get you about a mansion, right? $100,000 now in a lot of markets is, man, you got a townhome. So if you would have just had $100,000 and just said, I'm gonna just put this in a shoebox underneath the bed for the next 30 some odd years, and then I'm gonna come buy me my mansion in 30 some odd years, you'll be sadly mistaken. So highly successful people, they're gonna save their money to invest, and then you can invest in assets like the ones that you see on the screen. All right, Robert Kiyosaki taught us, and he wrote a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. An asset is anything that puts money in our pocket. All right, a liability is anything that takes money out. So if we learn how to trade stock options and we use our stock option money to pay our bills, we can create an additional income stream for ourselves by leveraging the apps like Turo, right? Turo allows us to rent out our vehicles. Airbnb will allow us to rent out our rental property. And of course, there's way more apps, but for the sake of time, I just grabbed the top ones. Outdoorsy is an app that allows us to rent out our RVs, or campers or trailers, anything of the sort, right? Get My Boat will allow us to rent out our boats. So these are items that you could buy for you to enjoy, but also make money off of those assets as well. So pay your bills with options, pun intended, whether it's trading stock options or the asset that you invest in, now that you don't have to take your hard-earned income that we talked about before this and invest that in another asset, right? Now, me personally, I pay all of my bills each and every month from a variety of different income streams. But my first line of defense, as I like to call it, is through royalty income, right? Royalty income. Simplest way to think about royalty income is the income derived from paying books. Write the book, become the expert in that order. All right. It's important that we do it in that order. Write the book and become the expert after we write the book in that order. Why? Because writing a book will increase and establish your credibility. All right. It'll be a PR opportunity, public relations opportunity. Make it newsworthy. It'll provide a mailing list incentive. So that way you can grab people's information and retarget them, make money off of them, help them make money, do whatever it is you want to do. All right. Increase your revenue and increase your demand. All right. For anybody that was sleeping, I want you to wake up. Hey, what we're talking about is how you can create all 7 income streams that you heard millionaires have just by learning one skill, which is trading stock options, right? Can you write a book on how you made your first $10,000 trading stock options, right? And on the screen is just a couple of examples. All right, book on the left being a book that I've already written and it's out now. Book on the right is the book that I'm working on. All right, but these assets can allow you to make money over and over and over again, and you don't have to learn how to do a gazillion different things. All you have to learn is this one skill that you're going to learn this week. All right, capital gains from stock appreciation. If your holdings go up and you don't sell, you have what's going to be referred to as an unrealized gain. Now, yes, Chris is going to teach you all specifically stock options. However, can you use some of the principles that you're going to learn and say, you know what, I don't always want to swing trade or day trade options. I want to use this talent that I have, right? So since we know that this one talent that we have can create multiple income streams for us, not only can we use it to trade stock options, we can identify good stocks that are worth holding long-term as well. And we can build us a dividend portfolio. We already talked about one of the income streams being dividend income. So capital gains from stock appreciation. If the stock price goes up and you don't sell it, you have an unrealized gain. If you do sell it once the price goes up, if your holdings go up, you're going to pay what's known as either a short or a long-term capital gains tax. And that just depends on how long you keep it before you sell it. All right. Profits from businesses owned. This looks really familiar because we talked about, again, you could pay your bills with options, whether it's stock options or other assets that you invest in, because now you don't have to take your 9-to-5 income. You don't have to take your job income. You don't have to take whatever you're using now to pay the bills to pay the bills. So now we're going to do what smart people do, and we're going to save our money to invest in the assets. All right. So poor JT, the JT that was homeless in his cargo van, worked hard for earned income, used his earned income to pay his bills. All right. That's cyclical money. I was never getting ahead. All right. The little bit smarter JT, which is who I am today, right, uses his earned income to invest into assets. Those assets pay my bills. So if my primary source of income ever was to fluctuate or go away, I still have these assets. All right. So now I'm not beholden to a job. I'm not beholden to a market or a business, because I took that money and I invested in other assets. All right. And you can do the same as well. When I first started on my financial literacy journey, I could only save $25 out of my paycheck. And I know some people are saying, hey, that's nothing, right? And you would be correct. That's nothing. I'm only saving $25. All right. But what I knew, because I also served in the United States Marine Corps, one thing that my sergeant major told me, and you don't have to serve for this to make sense to you, is the best time to prepare for war is during times of peace. Right? The best time to prepare for war is during times of peace. You can ask anybody that joined the military, they send you the basic training. Some people might call it boot camp, right? The reason why that's important is because you need to know how to shoot a gun and how to load a gun and how to protect yourself before you're in a war zone. It's too late to learn how to defend yourself in war, right? Once you get dropped off in the middle of a war. So that's why we have to proactively take that mindset. And even if you're not a veteran, I appreciate any veterans that are here or any people that are actively serving, but even if you've never served, we can still take that fundamental truth. And the dope thing about the truth is that it's true no matter what, and apply that to our financial situation, right? So we can say, okay, if the best time to prepare for war is during times of peace, how can I apply that to my financial situation? Well, let's save money proactive. I don't got to be saving money because I want a new car, because I want a new house, because of anything. I could be saving money because I know that being a highly successful person, that I am going to find opportunities. And when I find those opportunities, some of those opportunities may require capital. I bought my first investment property. It needed a full renovation. It was $11,000. The wholesaler got it for free, sold it to me for $11,000. I sold it for $57,000, right? It's a long story behind that, but the point that I'm making here, just to give you the abbreviated version of it, is that buying a house for $11,000 that you can sell for $57,000 without fully having to renovate it is only an opportunity if you have $11,000, right? Having the ability to be financially free is only an option if you not only invest in your financial literacy, which you've already done, but then you take action on this. The only true key to success is consistency. The only true key to success is consistency, right? You got to do it even when you don't feel like doing it. You got to do it on the days that you make money, you lose money, and you stay neutral, right? The only real key to success is consistency, right? Next up is interest your money earns. Money in the bank, in my personal opinion, isn't the best way to earn interest. Having it in an asset that appreciates, like real estate, like your business, right? I tell people all the time, only invest in things you understand. But for me, my bias is private money lending, right? But only invest in things that you understand. So everybody here, what I want to let you guys know is that everybody here has already started off better than me, right? Because in the beginning, I was that type of person that said, you know what, financial literacy, investing in it is a waste of time. If that man or woman is smart enough to figure it out, so can I. So I would never, at that stage, right, invest in any training like this. That is exactly how I went broke and homeless. When people say, hey, JT, how you had a master's degree, which I do, right? Cheated my way through school, but I got it, right? How you have a master's degree and you still end up broke and homeless, sleeping in your cargo van? I tell them it was common sense. I tell them it was common sense. How was it common sense? If we understand what common sense truly is, common sense is only a culmination of your experiences from the time that you were born to this point in your life. That's all it is. There is no universal common sense. All right. If you lose your job today and Donald Trump kids lose their job the same day at the same time, what you would do and what they would do would be totally different. Now, if I ask them, hey, why did you do that? They'll say it just made sense. If I ask you, why did you do that? You'll say, hey, it just made sense. So common sense is not this universal thing. Now, I'm not saying that you can't figure it out on your own. What I am saying to you all is that there's no guarantee that you won't exhaust your resources before you figure it out, right? So I don't want you to be an information hoarder. I want you to tap in, get the information, apply the information, right? And get the results 100%. All right. So interest your money's earns. All right. Where should we start and how? Because like I said, excuse me, for anybody that heard me talk about this, I don't just want to tell you what to do. Let's talk about how to do it, right? It's not a motivational speech. I'm a practitioner that prides myself in surrounding myself with practitioners, and I want you all to be practitioners as well. I want each and every one of you all to say, hey, look, not only did they tell me what to do, I see how to do it. Before we get into this though, right? Is this anybody's first training? Y'all let me know, right? Is this anybody's first training? I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, I see it's quite a few people's first training. All right. So my advice to those of you that this is your first training is to one, let you know that you are in the right place. All right. So this year, from January to now February, I have been in around 8 trainings. I've spent $14,000 in being in other people's training the same way that you are now. All right. And the reason why I spent that money is because I wanted to get to that goal faster. So while you're here learning this information and learning the information from other people that will come in contact with you this week, right? Don't take it for granted. The reason why we invest in financial literacy, and this is for people that this is their first training, they stepped out on faith, they didn't really know what they'll expect, right? I want you all to understand that financial literacy gets us there fast. Can I figure out how to do it on my own? Yeah, it might take 18 months. Or I could spend a week with Chris and next week already know it. All right. Can I figure it out on my own? Yeah, it might cost me $10,000 over the course of the next 2 years through trial and error, putting money in the market, hoping that I turn a profit. When I do turn a profit, I don't really know why I turned a profit. I just got lucky, right? So for everybody that's here, starting today and through this week, I want you to understand that in these sorts of environments, I want to set the expectation that, hey, listen, I'm going to get there fast. I gave Chris money so that way I don't have to figure out what Chris already knows, right? Chris is going to have a gentleman on talking about credit, right? Take everything down, take notes, ask questions, utilize the chat. All right. So I really want everybody that's here, if this is your first training, to understand the value that you should expect, whether it's Chris training, my training, somebody else that you see on the internet, somebody else you see in real life, right? And they say, oh, I'll train you how to do this. All right. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's dog walking or making $1 million. Let's set the expectation that I'm coming here. I gave you my money, not because I'm inadequate, but because you're going to help me get there faster. And part of that is you have to be willing to do what it takes. So that brings me to the first point. Start by starting and learn along the way. This is not blind faith. Some people say blind faith, but that's not what I'm talking about. All right. I tell you guys, do your due diligence. So if he says a term, ask him, hey, what does that term mean? I never heard that before. Right. Hey, if after he explains it, you still a little lost. Hey, Google is a real thing. All right. So we start by starting. Far too many people come to these environments. They take the trainings. They be a fly on the wall. They never say anything, never ask any questions. When it's all said and done, oh man, that was a cool training. And then they don't do anything because they tell themselves, I don't have enough money. I don't know enough. I don't learn like everybody else learned. right? I don't have enough time. And they make all these excuses to not start immediately. And then guess what's going to happen 2 weeks from now? Man, I forgot what JT was saying on that first night. Man, I forgot what Chris told me what a call option was and what a put was. Man, I wish I remembered that. So if you want to be highly successful, start by starting and learn along the way, right? I want everybody here that's new to have the expectation of learning 2 practical things you can start immediately, either during this week or immediately after. And I want you to make 3 relationships while you're here. All right. So you guys see that there's a lot of action going on in the chat. So people are saying where they're from. People are communicating their goals. If you see somebody that has a similar goal to you, hey, I want to make $100,000. Well, I want to make $100,000 too, right? Hey, can we work together? We're both at the same starting point. Maybe you can do this while I do that. We can come together. So after this training is done, we have relationships that can allow us to grow. I'm sure a lot of you all have heard your network is your net worth, right? Your network is your net worth. What I told Sawan, Chris, Travis, everybody that does business with me is 1, our friendship is not predicated on how much money we make together. For 2, if you choose to do business with me, I am good for at least $100,000 net profit income added to whatever you're going to make, whatever year you work with me, right? That is true because I want you guys to understand that your network is your net worth, right? Start by starting. Start small and scale up, all right? Know your resources and use them. Know your resources and use them. The next slide, we're about to break down what would I do if I was brand new to learning stock options and I wanted to make multiple streams of income. All right. I don't know anything. All I know is I think I can make some money with it. I'm gonna buy this class. Chris better tell me the right thing. JT better tell me the right thing, or I'm gonna come to the Carolinas and I'm gonna get the beating on them till they give me my money back. Right. So if I had that mindset, right. All right, this is what I would do, and this is what I challenge you all to do. Right. And I did it for you. There's a free resource called ChatGPT. You might have heard a lot of people using it. And I literally did this just so you all can see in real time how simple you can use resources, right? Because information changes the situation. Information changes the situation. If I go to ChatGPT, they have a free account and a pro account. For the purposes of this illustration, you don't need to pay for anything. And for those of you that can't see it, I know it's a little bit small on the screen. I said, can you give me digital product ideas for stock option traders? It gave me 11. I said, and then I asked, hey, give me 25 more. It gave me 25 more. Then I said, give me 13 more because I was greedy. It gave me 13 more. All right, this took less than a minute. In less than a minute, I had over 51 ideas of digital products that can add value to help people that trade stock options, right? So in the chat right now, how many people are here? I think everybody can see the chat. Somebody commented. And if you need to screenshot this, screenshot it, right? Somebody comment the number of people that's here, right? Okay, I see the first number, 172 people here. Right? That does not mean that all 170 plus people that are here are your customers, but potentially, right, over 100 people here, you can add value to them. Remember the money formula. Value times leverage equals money. So if I was brand new and all I knew was the money formula, I need to go get some value. I don't know how to trade stock options yet, right? Chris is going to teach y'all that throughout this week. You're also going to learn some other things along the way as well. But I'm going to start here. I have now over 51 possible digital product ideas. I will go through these things and say what really interests me, because what I know about making money is that you need to do something that you enjoy doing, not just something that makes you a lot of money. All right, I think somebody said, hold on, I don't know if that made it better or worse. Right? I think somebody said make it bigger. I don't know if that makes it easier to screenshot. but if it does, y'all can screenshot it. Y'all let me know. But I think it's a little bit bigger, right? But back to the point that I was making. I understand that if I want to make a lot of money, I need to be doing something that I enjoy doing. Anything that can make me a lot of money can cost me a lot of money if I don't understand how to do it and if I'm not consistent. Remember, that's the only key to success is consistency. So I would go through this, and if I were you and you went through this and you said none of this interests me, guess what I would do? I would keep asking them for more options, right? Until somebody, until somebody put a mark on the screen. I think it said Elaine Foster, right? Until I found actually something that would benefit me. All right, so now we got the value. We still need the leverage in order to make money, right? And I intentionally spent a long time on this slide because I wanted anybody that needed time to screenshot it to screenshot it, right? Next, I will go to a site called freelancer.com. This is not the only site, but just for the sake of time, I told you guys in the beginning, I'm gonna try to be short because I know some people might have work in the morning. So you could Google similar sites, but for the sake of illustrations tonight, I would then take that idea and say, I have no idea how to create this, but I think this would be cool. It's something that I wouldn't mind doing, but I need to get it produced. I would go to freelancer.com, right? I will hire a freelancer, just like you guys see on the left-hand side where it says hire a freelancer, right? And again, this is not theory. I do this all the time. And people say, hey, man, you smart. Nah, I could Google real good, right? So freelancer.com, I can find somebody that can do it, right? On the bottom of the screen, we can see that somebody previously, the radiation shield design for NASA cost $500 US and took 15 days. The reason why I like that is because none of this is as complicated as doing anything for NASA. So if I know that these jokers are smart enough to do that, I should have no problem getting any of these products, resources made, whether it's a software, they can do software, right? They can do apps. They can help you with whatever you need. Other websites are like Upwork and Fiverr. We'll talk about Fiverr here in a second as well, right? After that, let's go ahead and get the Fiverr. So we've identified the value by knowing the right resources, all right? Let's make sure that we follow it now, all right? Know your resources and use them. That's what we've been breaking down in these slides. Know your resources and use them. I would do this tonight if you could before you go to bed, and then I would keep this in my notes the entire week. All right. So knowing my resources, I would go to ChatGPT. I would identify, and it doesn't have to be a digital product. I just use that for this example. It can be whatever you think would be valuable to the community. And it doesn't just have to be your fellow students here, because trust me, there are thousands of people in the United States that do this. There are millions of people worldwide that do this. All right. So you're not confined to the 170 some odd people that are here tonight. All right. So even if all of you all do a different thing on this list or several different variations of things on this list, there's still millions of people that will pay you for this. All right. One more thing I want to touch on as well, too, is because I used to think like this, and I know none of you all think like this, but just in case you know somebody that think like this, they'll say, man, JT, you messed the game up. You done showed everybody how to do it. Now everybody gonna do it. It ain't gonna be no money in it. And how in the world you expect us to make money now, right? That is only an issue if you're only trying to market to people that don't value their time. Right? High income earners value their time. Do you think that if you go out and you create, let's just use the first one, trading software for analyzing stock options, all right? And I say, oh man, you went to ChatGPT and got it and got that idea. You went to Freelancer and got it made. And then you marketed it via Fiverr, which we're gonna jump back to in a second. And I could do all of that. No, you know why? Because that takes time. And the time it take me to do this, work with somebody on Freelancer, work with marketers or market it myself, right? Because you can do it either way. All right. I could have just operated in my zone of genius, right? Corporations pay me $750 an hour for me to consult them on how to grow and monetize their social media, right? Do I really want to save the $400 that you're going to charge me to use this service that's going to help me make an extra $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month? Because now you got trading software to help me analyze stock options, right? And I'm just using that because that's the first option. Just like anything, like I told you guys earlier, I could Google real good. I encourage you to do the same. So you don't just have to pick something that's on this list. You should only invest in things that you understand. All right, I tell you guys, I'm intentionally repetitive and only doing things that you're interested in. So now we're going to Fiverr. Why we at Fiverr, JT? We identified the value, we created the product. Now, not everybody has followers, but people with followers don't mind helping people that need some promotion going. So if I go to Fiverr.com and I type in influencer marketing, what you see on the left-hand side is just a small screenshot of what will come up. Well, for me personally, I don't know if these people, if I give them whatever amount of money you see, $100, $10, yeah, I see $100 and $10 for that top row, just how I did the screenshot. All right, now, I don't want to just give my $100 or my $10 away. Whether that is a lot of money or a little bit of money to me is irrelevant. I want the result. So I'm going to click on their profile. I'm going to find out what their social media name is. I'm going to pull up their social media. That's why you guys see 3 examples on your right-hand side, right? I'm going to pull up their actual social media, and then I'm going to go through their post. And I'm going to see what kind of engagement are they getting. Are they getting good views, good likes, right? If they're tagging a product because somebody wants them to promote their product or service, hey, I might click that at tag, go to that place, right? And hey, jump in the DMs. Hey, listen, hey, I was thinking about using such and such. I was thinking about using JT to help me promote my product. All right. Would you recommend them or not? All right. Some people may not respond to you. It's going to be a volume game. All right, now if you offer them $5, $10, hey, will you give me a quick consultation? I'll give you whatever, right? Just to tell me about this person or that person. All right, y'all give me 1 second here. Boom. Now, this is not the only way. This is just a simple way. Can you run ads? Absolutely. Can you grow your own social media account? Absolutely, right? But here's another way to do it as well. And this blueprint can literally make you 6 figures or more per year. You don't have to have a ton of followers, right? That's why they got them. All right. But I would do my due diligence on them. So nobody on this slide am I recommending, right? I just did a simple search as if I didn't know anything about anything, and then just what my thought process would be. All right. I hope that makes sense to everybody that's here. All right. So now, as promised, if you got any questions, you could put it in the chat. And Chris, if you still there, if you could let me know how many questions I could take, if any.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. Do your thing, man. Let me 1 second.
All right. Yep. So to make sure that y'all were just paying attention, because like I said, I'm anti-motivational speakers, right? Because I don't see no questions yet. All right, what's the money formula? Who could tell me the money formula? Who was paying attention? Who went to sleep? All right, value times leverage equals money.
On your vacation.
Hey, unmute yourself, JT.
Oh, my bad. I'm just talking.
All right, so
ain't nobody hear me.
let's do it. We can do it like this, JT. So everybody, if your hand is raised right now, unraise your hand. Go ahead and unraise, put your hand down. So Joey, Skype, PC, Sonya, y'all go ahead and unraise your hand, Ronald. And then if you do have a question right now for JT, you can go ahead and raise your hand right now for me. Go ahead and raise your hand.
All right. And as that's going on, again, what I want you all to take away from this first night is this: identify our goal, whether it's money, whether it's family, whether it's both, whether it's something else, right? That's our goal. And then to reach our goal, we live in a capitalistic society, so we probably gonna need a couple of dollars to do it. So we need to know our money formula, value times leverage, right? Our value is the ability to either create IP from knowing about trading stock options or actually trading stock options or using that knowledge that we could use to trade stock options and being able to identify and purchase great stocks that's worth holding long term. All right. So 100%, I want you all to know that. And that's the practical way. You hear most millionaires have 7 income streams. You can create all 7 of those off of this one skill. And then I wanted to end it by just showing you guys very simple way how you can start tonight. You could do that for yourself, ask whatever questions, right? To the AI, to Chat GPT. You can have somebody do it on Upwork, on Fiverr, right? And then you can market it on Fiverr as well, or you can market it yourself.
Hey,
right?
JT.
Yeah.
George has a question. George, go ahead and take yourself off mute.
Yes, sir, Mr. George, go ahead.
JT, I have a question. So you were saying to create like a PDF or an ebook from the knowledge. So you were saying the subjects would be on Chat GPT, then take the subject that you want to specialize in, go to Fiverr, have somebody write it as an ebook or PDF, and then market it. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, you could do it that way, or you can let Chat GPT write it.
Oh, you can let Chat GPT write the content?
Yeah. Now you got to understand that like Chat GPT is only as good as the questions that you ask. But yeah, it will give you the content as well.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And then market it and sell it as an ebook or a PDF.
It could be an ebook, it could be a PDF, yep. Whatever you want it to be.
Okay, thank you.
It could be a course, you could create a website, a software, whatever it is, right? But yep.
Is it the best way to market it through social media on a person's platform?
I personally believe it is, because you can run paid ads, and most people will tell you, and I would agree, that paid ads is the fastest way to get sales, but it also will cost a little bit more, because now you got to know how to build a sales funnel. You got to have a dope lead magnet, get them in your funnel, know how to nurture them through emails, and then convert them into sales. Now you will make the most money that way as well too. But if you tap in with the influencer, like one of those men or women that already have a following of 100,000, 200,000 plus people, and the people that follow Jack, like for example, if Chris came out and said, hey, listen, here's a software that I started using to help me make more money trading stock options, he already has a community of over 10,000 people that like, know, and trust him as it's related to trading stock options. So you'll have better conversions that way because they already trust Jack.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you, JT.
Yep, no problem. I see Joey has their hand raised as well. I'm gonna just go down the line, or at least what I can see. If you can hear me. I'll come back to Joey. I see Sonia McCarthy. Can they come off mute, Chris?
Yeah, they should be able to. I think Sonya, Rondo, and Roe and T Burnett, they were from previously, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah. Well, if you have a question, come off mute and ask it, right? Cause I don't know who been here and who just got here. So.
Yeah, this is Ro.
Okay. All right. What's up, Ro?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate it. One question that I had was, as you were talking about the transition from where we are now to where we want to be, what would be your best advice in terms of keeping that motivation and that commitment going through the first day 2, 3, 4, 5? And because you know how it is. One of the dude that I've been listening to, he was talking about intention. Intention is always followed by, somewhere. Intention is always followed by disruption. And then in other words, when you start working out, it's all good. Your intention to lose weight, but when you first start lifting weights, you get weaker, not stronger, but your body changes. So how do we get over that disruption phase, if you will?
me personally, and if you want to add to it, Chris, you can. I think that your why should be beyond money. All right. I think that while in the short term, more money for a lot of people is probably what attracted them to this. And yes, you can make a lot of money, but I think that if money is your only why or your only motivation, I think that when times get hard, you really start to question, well, do I really need $10,000? I've been living without $10,000 a month for this long. And, you know, we tend to want to avoid pain, just like you said in that example with working out. But if your why is, hey, I want to be able to give my mom a better life than what she had because of, you know, how she had to take care of us and etc. I want to give my kids this, right? I want to do this. Like, so for example, I on average do like 20 videos a week, right? I record them. I don't put that many out. And most times I don't feel like doing that many videos, but I want to positively impact 10 million people a month to let them know that if you believe in God, anything is possible, not just financially. You can make more money. You can have better relationships. You can get in better health, whatever it is that you want, right? So if my why was, man, I want to make $10,000 a month. Well, for one, once I'm successful and made $10,000 a month, I will let off the gas and then I will begin to decline, right? Or whenever it got hard and I'm struggling to make $1,000 this month, right? I would say, well, hey, I've been living off of this amount of money for this long. I would give up. So to me personally, to stay consistent, which, like I said earlier, that's the only key to success. I don't care what it is you're trying to do, whether you're trying to get in better shape, whether you're trying to make more money, whether you're trying to have better relationships with business people, family members, friends, whatever it is. If you're trying to grow spiritually, you got to be consistent in it. So I think have a why bigger than money. So that way, when you don't feel like doing it, you say, okay, it ain't about me. It's about making sure that this is straight, this person is straight. And I'm unapologetically a preacher. I hear somebody, I read a couple people say preach, JT. So I'm unapologetically a believer. So y'all gonna have to bear with me, but I truly believe that God worked through people. So you might have had the means and the interest to invest in this training because you're going to be the first man or woman in your family tree to make 6 figures, 7 figures or beyond. And now everybody after you can come to Uncle so-and-so, Auntie so-and-so, and you'll be able to take your family further. So I really want to encourage people to have a why bigger than money. You want to add anything, Chris? Because you know I'm a talker. We'll be here till midnight if you don't say nothing.
No, that's good. No, honestly, what I would say is it all comes from that drive of understanding where you are is not where you have to be. We've been told, so we not necessarily been told, but we lost that child that was inside of us that had dreams, that had goals, that had aspirations. We lost that. We became an adult because being an adult sucks. I mean, it really does. Living the adult life, it really does suck because now you have people depend on you, but when you was a child, you depended on people, right? So now, say for example, as an adult, if you're falling short, your whole days are surrounded by you understanding that you are falling short in life. And you really truly can't move forward unless you're thinking, okay, how can I move forward? How can I move forward? But if you say, I'm gonna just sit back and soak in this misery, it's not going to help you those day, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4, doesn't matter, whenever you're going to do it. But if you set up in your mind, hey, I'm going to be a child again. I'm going to live as a child where first and foremost, I know I'm going to rely on the Most High. But second of all, I know that the dream that I want to do, the things that I want to do for my wife, the things I want to do for my significant other, the things I want to do for my kids can be possible if I just put the work in. You don't know how many nights I spent in downstairs in the house, looking at stock charts, trying to understand this stock market, going into this market, losing money, making money, losing money, making money, just couldn't figure it out. But I never stopped. And then when it hit, it was like, hallelujah. Okay, that's what it was like. So the main thing is, like JT showed at the very beginning, what is your why? That why has to drive you. My why was also to not have to rely on anybody to pay my freaking bills, man. Not rely on that job to pay my bills and all that good stuff. That why is very important. I see. That was a great question.
Hold on, Chris. Before we move any further, right? So I'm taking all the smoke tonight. right? So somebody said belief ain't got nothing to do with it. Hey, I'm a for real millionaire. So let me break down to you what belief got to do with it. So for those of us that are spiritual, we know that faith without work is dead. But let's say we wasn't spiritual. If we believed in science, what do we know? The innermost part of our brain is called a reptilian brain. What does the reptilian brain know? Your reptilian brain does not understand language. Your reptilian brain only understands what you believe, right? The reason why it doesn't understand language is that means that if I'm in the United States and I spoke English, I would have to have a different brain than the person in China that spoke Chinese. So even if I didn't believe God created me, whoever created me, right, which I believe it was God, developed a brain that was universal. So that way I don't need a Chinese brain. I don't need a Russian brain. I don't need an American brain. So that reptilian brain will release neurons into your body based off of what you believe. If you believe you cannot lose weight, your brain will release things into your body so that your body retains water weight, right? So it's harder to lose weight when you believe you cannot lose weight, right? Because the most important part of your brain is called the reptilian brain, and your reptilian brain determines the decisions that you make above all else, right? So if you don't believe God, believe Google and Google that.
Hey, y'all done got JT hot fireballs. They put them fireballs in the chat. Fireballs in the chat. Listen, this gonna be one for the ages, baby. This is going to be something for the age. Let's go, baby. Man, listen, I love it. You gotta love this stuff. JT understands that because he loves it. Let's go, man. Let's go. You want to keep going? You good? I got a couple more questions.
Oh yeah. Next question. Yeah. We taking all questions, and that's not a shot at you. Like with all love, right? You invested money into this training, and I want you to get real results. But if you tell yourself, I can't do this because of this, you're going to make it harder for yourself, whether you believe God is going to stop you or whether your belief is going to make your reptilian brain release via neurons into your body. That's going to self-sabotage yourself, right? You're still going to make it way harder, right? So it's not a shot at you. I don't want you to take it personal, but real talk though, what you believe 100% matters, no matter who you believe in. Go ahead, Chris. Whoever else had another question.
I think we had Whipple, Salvador Whipple.
I just knew you somebody gonna get tripped up on my first name, but I was like, say my name. Say my
How
name.
you say it? How you say it?
You said it right because I spoke with you.
Ooh, let's go.
JT, I appreciate all the information that you laying on us tonight because my goal this year was to have at least 4 income streams, but when you told me I had to have 7, I'm like, I need to pivot the pace.
Yeah,
but
you don't have to have 7. Yeah, but go ahead.
Hey, more is more. More is better. But I needed that digital product information, so I appreciate you for that GPT information because I needed that for my storefront. So thank you for the information.
No problem.
I guess I didn't have a question, but I had to say.
Oh yeah, we appreciate that. Appreciate it. And I do want to let you all know that there's people that make $1 million just off of real estate, just off of stocks, just off of business, right? So don't feel obligated like, hey, I gotta do all of these things in order to be successful. Because there are people that make whatever your financial goal is off of one income stream. I just wanted to come at it from that angle because that's what we hear a lot of times. So if your goal is that for that reason, right? Just for clarity, but I appreciate you saying that.
I think we got Karen next.
All right. Hey, Miss Karen, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I was wondering if you could talk to a little bit more about the difference between dividend income and interest on your money and how you see that.
All right, Chris, I'm gonna have you help me out too as it pertains to stock options. So I do know, dividend income is just you can invest in those dividend aristocrats, and those are, the tried and true. You just buy whole as they pay out dividends. You can either drip that money back into more of the same stock, or you could take it as well. But that the other income, the interest on your money, is you buy and hold a stock. Now, outside of stock options, we just regular buying whole stocks, and if you hold that long term and it appreciates, right? If you don't cash it in, you have an unrealized gain. you don't have to worry about paying taxes because you didn't cash it in and realize that gain yet. If you do, it depends on how long you held it. If you're going to have to pay a short-term or a long-term capital gains on it, right? And Chris, you can add anything you want to that as well.
Yep. So you think about dividends as well. So you think about Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, he lives off of his dividends. So for example, Coca-Cola, I believe, I think they pay a pretty nice dividends. So Warren Buffett, he's invested, say he invests, hypothetically saying $1 million into Coca-Cola. He may receive a dividends of $5,000 a month or $5,000 a quarter, and he can live off of that, right? Or say somebody has a lot of money to spend $100 million or something. They can live off their dividends strictly that's coming every quarter or every month, depending on how that company pays out dividends. And you don't have to do anything for it, but just leave your money in that particular stock. Okay, so that's something about dividends. Now, if you think about interest, for example, if you go to the bank and you put everybody has money in their savings account, you look at your money in your savings account, you might have $100 in there. Next thing you know, you got $100 and 0.000000001, right? Because the interest is so low. But if you invest your money into the stock market and you have a lump sum of cash, you can get paid dividends off of it, which is very, 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 very cool, right? Hopefully to answer your questions, Carrie.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
But in your own time, go read up on Warren Buffett. Like, just matter of fact, just go to Google and talk about putting Warren Buffett in dividend stocks, and you will see how he actually lives off of the dividends that's coming from the stocks that he's invested in and the companies that he invested in. All right. Yeah, Ben Franklin is definitely that low. All right. So any other questions? I think I see 14168543880.
Yeah, hi. You can see my name?
No, it's just a phone number, I believe.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my name is Mark anyway. Sorry. So my question really basically would be for between now and tomorrow evening, like, what would be recommended besides the fantastic suggestions that JT's already made, but in terms of between now and tomorrow's class, what would you be recommending that we do?
As far as that relates to stock options?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So no, tomorrow, what everything I want you guys to do, get ready for tomorrow, is just I call it kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Get ready for 6. If you VIP, get ready for 6 o'clock. If you're a regular, get ready for 7 o'clock. And what's going to happen is tomorrow, I'm going to give you homework, right? You're going to have homework assignments. One of the homework assignments is going to be to open your brokerage account. Okay, if you don't have one already. Another assignment is going to be for you to set up your screen and things of that nature. So I'm gonna break everything down to you to the T. So I want you guys to understand is this: what you're about to get in this class, it's a curriculum, right? Everything's gonna be broken down to you. So for example, if I say, hey, listen, I want you to open up your brokerage, what I'm gonna do is I have a video showing you step by step how to open up your brokerage. When I say, hey, I want you to go in and set up your screen, I have a video showing you step by step how to set up your screen. When I say, hey, I want you to start, we're going to go over support and resistance. I want you to go and practice support and resistance. I have a video showing you what button to push, this, that, and the third, why the changes. I'm breaking everything down to you to the T, and you're going to be like, holy crap. Okay. So only thing you got to do is just follow my lead and follow the instructions what I tell you to do, because what I'm telling you to do, I'm giving everything to you bit by bit so your brain can process it, and I'm putting it all together for you. So when it comes to the end of the program, you're going to say, okay, I got this, and everything is set up for you and you're ready to rock and roll.
Am I muted? I'm not sure.
No. But did that answer your, no, you're fine. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem. Yep, just wait till tomorrow, and then tomorrow that's when we're going to start breaking everything down to you as far as the curriculum. Okay.
I have a question.
All right, hold that thought for me. Okay. What's your name?
Doris.
Doris, put the raise your hand button, Doris, so we don't forget about you. Okay.
Okay.
I think S. Shaney had a question.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening.
I wanted to know, how do you get more paper money? If you run out of paper money, how do you replenish the paper money? And then one more question is, how do you set the lines up for your support and resistance? Where do you get those lines from? in the Thinkorswim.
Yep, I got all that for you tomorrow. But on your paper tray, you can go to the top right. It's a reset button. Hit reset, and it should reset your entire account for you. But as far as the lines and everything, like I said, I have it all broken down to you. It's like I'm about to really serve y'all. I'm your butler, and I'm gonna be serving y'all all type of food you want to eat, right? So I'm handing everything to you on a tray. And that answer that question, you're gonna be able to go into the system. And it's gonna say, I'm gonna say, y'all, for homework, I want you to learn, I want you to start practicing drawing your support and resistance lines. You're gonna say, well, Chris, I don't know how to do it. It's gonna be a video right there, boom, how to draw support and resistance lines and what button to push. How many times to push it, how to customize it. All those things are going to be breaking down just for you. This is going to be, everything is handed over to you, and it's on you just to do the work. Okay. So you get that part tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
No problem. And I think we had another question from Ditto. What's going on?
Yeah, I was going over my mails. I haven't seen any mails from you as far as the Zoom link for tomorrow. Are you going to send them overnight or tomorrow?
Yep. So you should have and if you haven't received any emails from me, this is for everyone. If you have not received any emails from me, please go check your spam folder, because it's in your spam folder and it's the link to the portal. You go into the portal, you will see the link for the class. Yep. You go into the portal, you should see the link for the class. And also, I will send emails and text messages to everyone with the links probably 3 times tomorrow as well. Okay, so
cool.
You get text messages and you get emails. Good questions. Miss Doris Key, what's going on? Now you're gonna mute Miss Doris Key. You got to take yourself off mute.
Okay, I'm with you now.
Okay.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Okay, well, first of all, I missed a little over the first hour. So I was here, but I couldn't. I had something that happened, so I had to put you on mute. So I want to know, is there going to be a recording? Because I missed mostly everything JT was talking about in GPT.
Yes, this recording will be in the portal tomorrow by 10 a.m.
Okay. And also, I understand you use Thinkorswim, TD Ameritrade.
Yep.
Is that right?
That's correct.
And that will be the platform we'll be working with tomorrow?
Yes, that will be.
Okay, excellent. I'm familiar with that. Okay, I'm good. Thank you.
Sounds good.
I'm ready to go.
Glad to have you here.
All right.
And I see we have Sylvester.
Hey, Chris, this is Sylvester. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, so let me hold on, let me make sure somebody, I'm gonna mute everybody, Sylvester, and take yourself back off mute, okay? All right, Sylvester, take yourself off mute.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just quickly, I just wanted to take a moment to thank you and JT for this platform. You guys are awesome. I just wanted to ask Chris about previous students. Will we have the same access as the new class that's just coming on board for the event that's coming up over the next couple of days?
Yes, you should have received the email from me. And that email would have said previous students. If you want to join the mastermind, click here, and then it would have took you into the portal for the mastermind. If you did not receive that email, now this is previous students who took the master class. If you took the 3-day course, if you took the three-day course, you wouldn't have access to it unless you register for it. But if you took the master class, you have free access to it.
Okay, I took the master class, so it should populate for me to have access to the full course. So I should be good to go then.
Yeah. So even if you're in here, that means you definitely already hit that button and registered. As far as you already hit the button and as a previous student, so you have going to the portal, you have access to everything like normal. Yep.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.
No problem. And I think we have one. We'll take one last one. I want to get y'all out of here. Derek H.
Yes. First of all, I want to say thank you and JD for everything you guys have been doing. Praises to the Most High. Have a quick question because I put some money in M1 like several months ago,
I was wondering, I'm thinking about taking that money out and investing it into what we're going to be doing for the next week or so. You think that'd be wise to do? Or should I just keep that in there and then just put some more money in there? So what would you do in my situation? Because it was not an accident. I thought I'd get more money, but that M1 goes off of what's going on in the news and things of that nature. But of course, if I would have had your knowledge and expertise back then, I never would have put that money in there in the first place. So what would you do in that situation? I appreciate you guys.
So it's honestly, it's totally up to you. If you have money in a different brokerage and you want to move over to Thinkorswim, go ahead. I mean, it's definitely totally up to you. If it's just sitting over there in M1 and it's not investing in anything, yeah, I would take it out and I'll move it over to Thinkorswim. So you don't have to put any other money in. But even before you do that, I want you guys to take 100 paper trades. So you got time to do it. Just remember, like I said, I want you to take 100 paper trades. And you might be saying, well, Chris, really? I take 100 paper trades? I wouldn't be telling you it for no reason, right? The goal is for you to make money and do this for the rest of your life, not to just come in and try to make some quick money and then get out. I'm going to show you how to fish, right? So you will make 100 paper trades would be the goal first. But yes, you can take the funds out of there and then you can put it into Thinkorswim.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate you, Chris.
Somebody asked a great question. Okay, no problem. Why are people who already finished the course needing to take it again, especially if it's recorded? Because it's nothing like being live. It's nothing like being live. Also, it's like reading a Bible or reading a book. You go through it one time, if you go through it again, the first time you may go through it, you go through it with new ears. The second time you go through it, you're going through it with seasoned ears, and you may catch some small little thing that I may say that you didn't catch the first time. You catch it the second time, and it changes everything for you, right? That's why I always say repetition. That's why I give you the recordings. I don't give you the recording just because you missed the class, you can go back and watch it. I give you the recordings because if you come through the class, if you're in the class, you can go back and rewatch it over and over and over. But the thing about it is, individuals that taken a master class already, I grant them free access to this mastermind. Like everybody that's on this mastermind right now, you've had any mastermind that I have, you have free access to it. Some people may have taken this, some people may have taken a course like 2 years ago, but didn't do anything with it, right? So that's why they may be on here right now. You see what I'm saying? My goal is not to come here, get 497 or 297 from you, and not show you anything, and then send you by your way. And then if you need a refresher, you come back here and say, Chris, I need a refresher, and I charge another $200, $300. No, that's not my goal. My goal is you come in here to this mastermind. I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to help you and walk you through it step by step, because I'm listening, the way that is broken down, you're going to be like, holy crap, really? He gave me all this for $497? Like he really broke this stuff down like this for $497? Nowhere in the world. And then a year later, some people, and this is going to be the God's honest truth. Some people on here a year later is not going to do anything with this information they learned, but they will probably hit me up next in a year like, hey, Chris, you see got the masterminds going on? I'm like, yeah, definitely. They go, can I jump in there for a refresher? Yeah, definitely. Jump in. How much it costs? Nothing. Because it's the mastermind. You see what I'm saying? Because you already paid for it a long time ago. Now you just need a refresher. Why would I charge you again for it? Okay. That's unless it's like I do something like Mastermind 2.12 and I add in like 50 million other things, and okay, that's something different. But this mastermind is that's how I rock, y'all. Listen, that's how we rock, man. We want you to really be successful, hands down. And that's why when you get this information, matter of fact, I want to get y'all off here. When day 5 come, and I'm gonna sit down and say, okay, y'all, the information you just received, all the recordings and the breakdowns and one pages you got. Y'all life should change. Okay. But anyway, we're going to stop right there. Everybody, one time, how we celebrate people. We do CYCs. Let's celebrate JT Automation. Hit them with the CYCs in the chat. Hit them with the CYCs in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Listen, CYCs mean, man, that's how we salute and rep and salute people for doing things that they support, doing great jobs at things that they want to do, right? And JT, listen, man, we appreciate you, brother. Any last words that you want to say before we jump off?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I 100% want to be intentionally repetitive, right? So don't just pay your money and sit in the room. If you have a question, put it in the chat, or raise your hand and ask it, whether it's Chris or whoever else the other speakers are throughout this week. And I want to challenge you all. Like I said, we'll leave this week with 2 actionable items and 3 relationships, right? So don't expect to leave this and say, okay, I know everything there is to possibly know about digital products to support my stock options business or income stream or whatever you manifest it to be. Or you're not going to know the entire stock market after this week either. But what you can know are 2 actionable items that can make you money, and have 3 relationships that you can then go on and network and have an accountability partner and really grow, right? That's what these sorts of environments are for. So please, 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 if nothing else, I don't care what you paid for it. And if that was a lot of money, no money, or a little bit of money to you, right? It's still resources that you could have spent on your family, your friends, yourself, whatever else, but you spent it here to be with me, Chris, and all the other great speakers that'll be here this week. So get your money's worth, right? Take action, take action, take action, right? That's all I got, Chris. Appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, appreciate you, JT, and everybody. Listen, this is the last thing I'm going to say. We're going to get out of here. Listen, JT, we appreciate you, brother. This is the last thing I'm going to say. Give me 5 days. Give me your time. Give me your attention. This is going to sound weird, but think about me throughout the week. Okay. Give me 5 days, right? Give me 5 days to show you how to change your life. Okay. I will see everybody VIP tomorrow, 6:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Regular admission, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You will get emails from me, text messages from me with links and all that stuff. And the links are in the portal as well. Okay. I will see everyone tomorrow. Like we always say, all praise to the Most High. I want to welcome y'all to the CYC Club.